Hey guys, all right, today I have another reformer workout for you. This one's gonna be about 60 minutes. Okay, you know me, I always go over a little bit, but I'm gonna try really hard to not go over 60 minutes today. All right, so this time, this workout's a little bit different than anything I've had on the site before. I have an Infinity Footbar on my reformer, so the footbar is not gonna spend any time at that normal position today. Instead, we're gonna have it at the middle of the machine and at the back of the machine. All right, so I'm gonna give you kind of that setup. There's a few things to take note of today. I have a studio reformer from balancedbody, okay? If you are on something different than a balancedbody reformer, chances are you do not have an Infinity Footbar. And in that case, this workout's really not gonna be good for you and your reformer. If you do have a balancedbody reformer, and it is a studio reformer with an Infinity bar, or any of their other Allegro 2s come with the Infinity Footbar, this is a perfect workout for you today, okay? So I have my machine set on one extra light spring, which is one yellow spring. If you don't have that spring, you can put it on one blue, which is a light spring, but it's going to be quite aggressive, okay? So that's another thing to take note of. That extra light spring is pretty important. We're gonna have it on the machine the entire time. At the very end, I'm gonna take it down to one blue, okay? Or take it up to one blue, all right? I have my foot bar in the middle of the machine. Now, if you're on an Allegro, you only have so many settings. So middle of the machine, I think that's third position, is perfect for you. For me, with my studio reformer, I've got it set on the 12th hole from the back. Okay, so 12th hole from the back is where I've got it positioned. Now, when we move the foot bar to the rear, because I'm so short, that's gonna be where I kind of place mine. That's gonna be at the 5th hole from the back. I will speak to you when we get to that point, because depending on height, that may be a little different for you. I'm only 5 foot tall, so for me, that's a good setting. But right now, if you put that machine on the 12th hole from the back of the machine, you are set. If you have an Allegro, make sure it's at third position, middle of the machine. My headrest is down. My reformer box is, if you're looking at the reformer from the front, it's off to the left side, okay? Left side, and I've got it lined up so that it is just in front of the foot bar. Okay, so we're gonna take note of this foot bar in different positions today so that we don't hit it or injure ourselves, all right? So I'm gonna speak to that a lot as we move. Couple notes, and I don't say this enough. My workouts tend to be a little bit more aggressive. I like to layer through each exercise and each sequence. If a layer doesn't work for you, so we start slow and then we slowly increase the intensity. If as I increase that intensity, it is not working for you today, you don't go up there, okay? You stay at that level below where you felt comfortable and where you felt challenged. I still want you to challenge yourself. Okay, this is the way I'm able to hit all levels, beginner to advanced. All right, guys? Let's do it, okay? A very upper body and ab focus today. So right away, we're gonna start with those abdominals. We're gonna lie down on the machine, okay? We've got that foot bar right in the center. Watch your head as you lie down. Okay, you don't wanna smack your head on that foot bar. Shoulders up against the shoulder blocks. Hands are gonna come to the foot bar, and we're gonna push back and get those elbows locked on the foot bar, okay? So my elbows and the heels of my hands are nice and stable on that foot bar, all right? Now, I've got my legs in a tabletop position, inner thighs glued together, no light shining between the knees. My toes are pointed. Right from here, okay, I'm gonna start to lower my bent legs, but I want you to watch your pelvis. Pelvis is neutral. We're gonna lower those bent legs towards the springs. Remember, we're on one yellow, and then we bring it back up. Just lowering those bent legs, nothing changes. Okay, so you're gonna feel those abdominals start to shake right away. I want you to watch how low you take those legs. All right, now, the lower you go, the more the pelvis is gonna wanna go into an anterior tilt, and those bones are gonna start to roll forward. We don't wanna do that, okay? We wanna keep that neutral pelvis. That little bit of space between your low back and the carriage is present. Tailbone is heavy, and that belly button's pulled up and in, ribs are closed. Okay, nice and stable. I know it's a lot of talking already, but now we're moving. Good, let's go for 4. My big toe is tapping that spring as I come down. Good, last 2. We're gonna change this up. Good, last one. Now, right here, we're gonna take these bent legs side to side. So starting to the left, keeping the shoulders anchored. Okay, I'm gonna let those bent legs go to the left. I'm gonna try to reach my right knee so it stays even with my left. And then I'm gonna bring it back to center. Okay, now I'm taking those bent legs over to the right, still reaching that left kneecap out so it's in line with my right. My left hip peels off the carriage, that's okay. And then I roll it back to center. Good, taking it to the left. Reach, reach, reach that right kneecap. Good, out to the right. Left kneecap reaches to stay in line best it can with the right knee. You want to try to keep those knees together if you can. Good, lots of stability through that shoulder girdle. Nothing's moving right there. Let's go for 2 more. Next one's going to be to the left. Exhaling through center. You're taking an inhale on that twist. Good. Now right here, we're just going to take those legs through center, out, and all the way back into tabletop. Extending, opening up the back of the knee, and bringing it back. So my legs are still glued together. Let's go for 4. Good. Last 3, still watching for that neutral pelvis or feeling for that neutral pelvis. Last 2. Good. We're going to start to turn it up, okay? On your next one, we're going to press out. So my elbows are going to come away from the foot bar, pressing through the palms to straight arms. My legs need to extend. Then I'm going to pull it back in, back to tabletop. Notice my elbows are free now. Okay, I'm pressing through the palms, lengthening out the legs, and then I bring it back in. Good, we're here for 4. We got several layers, guys, so I know those abs, we're starting to feel hot already. Last 3. Good, you've got 2. I'm going to work on those obliques a little bit more. Those transverse abdominal muscles. All right, now on your next one, we're going to find that bent leg rotation. So we're going to take it to the left, still reaching that right kneecap. Okay, hold. And now we're going to press through the palms and lengthen out the legs. Good, bring it back. Bring it back to center, to the right. Bent legs twist, reach the legs, press through the palms, and bring it back to center. Good, let's go for 4. Twisting to the left, extend, press through the palms. Good, bring it back, still anchored through those shoulders. They're not twisting. To the right. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to pull it back. Last 2. Back to center. Good, to the right. Good, now right from here, we're going to lengthen through center. Okay, hold, and we're going to go for 5 scissor kicks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to tabletop. We're going to go again, but this time we're going to crisscross 5 times. Over and under. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. Back to those scissor kicks. Lengthen it out. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it back. Back to those crisscrosses. Lengthen, hold. Belly buttons tight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it back. Last time, both sets. Okay, we're going to lengthen out for those scissor kicks. Pull those ribs together. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it back. Good. Last one of those crisscrosses. Lengthen and hold. Over and under. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Okay, guys, this is the end of the sequence. We're going to jump. So we're going to lengthen out through the arms, give a little hop, and bend it back in. Lengthen and hop. Hopping through those arms, finding nice control, stability through the shoulder girdle, holding that neutral pelvis. Okay, tailbone's heavy. Pull that belly button in as you leave that foot bar. Close those ribs like a corset. We want to keep those ribs together. Whew. Good, you guys. Oh, those abs. Oh, boy. Good, you guys. Last 6. We got 5. We got 4. Woo, last 3. Last 2. And last 1. And bring it all the way in, guys. Woo, nice and slow. Find that platform with your feet. Give it a rest. Okay, slowly come up. Watch your head again. Now, if you are on an Allegro 2, this is going to be where you might want to release the foot bar from its locked position so that you're able to slide it back a little bit. Because on this next move, you're going to hit it. Okay, if you don't have an Infinity Footbar like this, you're going to hit it on that Allegro 2. Okay, so if you're on an Allegro 2, release it from the locked position. Still keep it upright, but just slide it back a little ways. Okay, we're going to grab our short loop. Make sure it comes over the foot bar. And I'm going to kneel as close to the springs as I can. High kneeling position. Okay, now from this position, I'm going to grab my short loop in my left hand. Okay, my left hand. I'm trying to figure out a good way to do that. Okay, right hand's going to start on the hip. All right, now from here, we're going to lengthen out that left arm. Okay, I've got the short loop, and I'm going to draw it into a half T. Now, you notice how close I'm coming to that foot bar. If you're on that Allegro 2, you got to slide it back or you're going to hit for sure. Okay, lengthen it down and bring it up to that half T. Good. Now, right from here, we're moving already, but I want you to think about that sternum over pubic bone. Okay, so we're that nice, tall, high kneeling position. That core is engaged. We've got a long waistline on both sides. Those inner thighs gather to lift through the pelvic floor, okay, and pull up into the pelvis. Good. Holding it here. We got 4. Just setting up in this position. We're going to take this into a saloon door. Last 3. Good. We've got 2. Last 1, we're still on that extra light spring. Okay, now on your next one, you're going to release that. My left hand is going to come into the long loop. Okay, and I'm going to want to find a 90-degree bend with the elbow at the waist. Now make sure you've got a little bit of freedom right there. That elbow isn't locked and glued into the hip. You've got a little bit of space. I've got a ninja palm, which means my palm is facing my midline on that left hand. Okay, and I'm going to come into a saloon door. So I'm going to swivel from the top of the shoulder to open up that left palm. And I'm going to bring it back. It's a really tiny controlled movement. I don't know if you noticed how much my focus shifted, but I really need to think about where the movement is generating from so I can get that swivel to happen from the top of the shoulder. Okay, I don't want to twist my torso. I don't want to twist my pelvis. I want to keep control of that with a nice engaged core. Good. Opening up that door, just half of that door. Should feel pretty intense in that left shoulder. Whew, small, tiny movement. I know it doesn't look like much, but you can feel it, right? Let's go for 4. Last 3. Changing it up again. We're going to grab that short loop again. Last 2. Whew. And last 1. Whew. All right, now right from here, we're going to grab the short loop. Okay, if you notice you hit that foot bar, you can always go for the long loop here. My hands are going to come into prayer palms right at chest center. Okay, still in that high kneeling position. We're going to start with reaching those hips back, darting those arms forward. Hold that. Okay, shoulder blades are down the back. We're going to pull all the way back up, but keep those arms long. And now we're going to go for a twist towards the front of the machine. So I'm hitting that foot bar. So I'm going to go for that long loop. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Okay, I'm going to pull it back to prayer. Reach those sits bones back. Torso tilts, core is tight. We lift up, lengthen out those arms. Okay, and then we rotate towards the front of the machine. Come back. Hands in prayer. Reach those sits bones back. Bring those arms up and out. Shoulders are down. Rotate with those long arms towards the front of the machine, towards the left. Good. Reach the sits bones back, prayer palms. Good. Bring the hips forward, lengthen out the arms. With that long lever, we twist. but we are challenged to keep that pelvis quiet as we do that. Reach it back. Good. Lengthen forward. Hold. Shoulders are down. Rotate on that inhale. Exhale back to center. Last two. Reach those sits bones back. Inhale back up. Exhale. Inhale for that twist. You want to inhale on that twist because that's going to give you space to the vertebrae so you can find a deeper rotation. Last one. Bring it back to center and go ahead and release that loop. Okay, guys, hang that up nice and slow. Okay, if you are on that Allegro 2, you can leave the foot bar wherever you have it. If it's unlocked and you pushed it back a little bit, that's okay. You're not going to need it yet. So it's up to you if you want to move it or not. Okay, now we're going to come behind our box. Okay, we're going to grab our strap and we're going to start with the short loop. Right? Are we going to start with the short loop? Yes, we're going to start with the short loop. Okay, right from here, we're going to take those feet right underneath the hips. My short loop is in my left hand. Okay, and I'm going to soften my knees. Okay, I'm a good distance behind that foot bar, maybe a whole foot. From here, right hand is on the hip. I'm going to hinge forward. So I'm going to bend those knees a little bit, and I'm going to hinge at the hips. So I have a nice flat back. Okay, I've hinged from that seat crease, and my core is nice and tight. That left arm is going to be in a low field goal position. Okay, from here, really ground those feet in the floor. Draw that belly button up and in. And on your inhale, you're going to take that left arm forward and bend the elbow back. Good. Inhale. Slide that shoulder forward and bring it back. My left palm is facing the floor. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bend. Now you can adjust your intensity level. The closer you are to your box, the harder this is going to be. Okay, so if you're on a blue, okay, yours should be way back here. Okay, so that you've got the tension isn't so tight. Okay, inhale, take it forward. We want to be on that extra light spring as much as possible today. Inhale, reach. We got 4. Good, last 3. And you can always take that long loop if the short loop just feels like too much on that shoulder. Last 2. Good, last 1. We are going to be switching to the long loop right now. Good, now on the next one, we're going to stand tall. We're going to take that long loop, still in that left palm, but I'm going to lock into a 90-degree bend at the waist. My left palm facing up towards the ceiling. So it's kind of an isometric bicep curl. I don't have tension on the strap yet, but I will because I'm going to be stepping onto my box. Right hand's on my hip, and that right foot is going to come up to the box. Now, left leg is going to pull into flamingo. There's going to be a ton of tension right here. So I want you to prepare for it. Let's come onto our left toes, left elbow still by the waist. Okay, right from here. It may take a second for you to feel that balance. We're going to inhale as we drive up with that left foot, and then we bring it back down. Okay, so right away, I needed to feel that in my own body too. My right foot is close to the edge of the box. I'm driving up into a stepping position, a step-up position, and then I'm pulling it back down. Good. Bring it up. Woo. And bring it down. If you draw that left foot towards the inside of that right knee, notice it wants to pull me. I've got to fight it. I've got to fight it with that left waistline. Right side becomes my stable side. So everything is working here. This is full body right here. Chest stays tall and lifted. I'm finding that pause at the top of the movement so that I can really lock it into place and stabilize and find that balance. Don't be afraid to reset here. Okay, this is a lot of tension from that strap, so it may not feel so smooth in the beginning. Let's go for 4. Whew. Last 3, lots of stability from that shoulder girdle. Good, we've got 2. Try to make it as smooth as possible once you start to feel it. Good, and last 1. And bring it all the way back down. All right, now we are gonna face the machine. We're gonna kneel on the box. Keep your strap in your left hand. I'm kneeling with my right leg, okay? My left foot's gonna be flat on the ground and that left leg's gonna be nice and long out to the side. So I've got that staggered position. Now, right away, I want to keep my weight center, sternum over pubic bone, chest is tall. My long loop, okay? It's going to stay in my arm, and we're going to go for an overhead reach. So you want to be as close to the edge of the box or as close to the foot bar as you can be, okay? I'm pretty much centered at it where I am on my machine. All right, right from here, that palm is going to face forward, okay? And we're going to inhale as we lengthen up and over, finding length out of that left waistline, and then we bring it back down. Let's just start right there. Inhale up and over. Again, tons of tension. You can adjust the position of your box. The closer you are to the rear, okay, the less aggressive it's going to be. So you can kind of make that adjustment for yourself. Inhale up and over. Good. Now we're going to start to add on. Let's go one more time for that side bend. So we're going inhale up and over, lengthening out of that left waistline. We come back to start. Palm faces down, and now we take it across the body for a little twist. Bring it back. Palm faces forward, up and over for that side bend. Good. Come back to center. Palm faces down. Inhale, rotate towards the front of the machine to the right. And bring it back. Palm faces forward. Inhale, up and over. I lengthen out of that left waistline. Bring it back. Palm faces down. Across the body we reach. Let's go for 4, just like that. Inhale, up and over. Good, across the body. Last 3. It doesn't look like much today, right? But, whoo, I feel it. I'm sweaty already. Palm facing down, across the body. Last 2, palm faces forward. Up and overhead. Lengthen as much as you can to get full extension out of that left arm. I want you to be able to get full extension, so you need to adjust that box position to make sure you can get that arm straight. Last 1. Up, inhale, up and over. Exhale, bring it back. Woo. Palm faces down. Let's take it across the body for a twist. And bring it back. Whew. Oh, I feel that. All right, we are coming into a windmill. Okay, we're going to be rear facing. So both knees on the box now. Left hand is going to choke up on that strap. So I've got my left palm on that metal carabiner. Okay, and my right arm is going to be in a low field goal. So palm facing the floor, elbow out in a 90-degree bend. My left arm is nice and straight. And my shoulders are square to the rear of the machine. Now, from here, I'm going to draw that left elbow in as I rotate to the left and I extend my right arm. And then I bring it all the way back to start. Good. Rotate and twist to the left. And then bring it back. Now, when I bring it back, I'm coming back to a squared off position. We are going to twist to the other side when we hit the other side of the machine. But right now, we're just focusing that rotation to the left. My shins need to remain as heavy as possible, so I have some stability right there. My sternum is challenged to stay over the pubic bone. I want to lean back. Okay, so you want to fight that. Core is tight as you extend. Reach that right arm long. Then the left arm reaches. Last 4. Good, we got 3. Good, last 2. And last one right here, we're going to hold. Hold it and breathe for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let it go all the way. Whoo, nice job, you guys. All right, hang up that strap. We're going to do a couple moves without the strap and just the box. Okay, now I know that foot bar may be in the way, especially if you have mine that comes out with this little bump. Ignore it. It's not going to get in the way. Okay, I want you to scoot your butt all the way towards the back edge of the box. Okay, and you're going to lay all the way down on your back. Okay, all the way down. Now, right from this position, we're going to come into tabletop. Now, if your head's not supported, don't worry. We are going to take an ab curl if it's hanging off a little bit. We're going to bring those legs into tabletop, okay? Inner thighs glued, knees together today. Hands behind the head, okay? And let's find that one ab curl, okay? I want you to think about tractioning the skull up and back. All right, right from here, we're just gonna practice that ab curl to start. So we're gonna come down and up. Down, release, exhale, bring it up. So notice my chin doesn't get any closer to my chest when I curl. I'm bringing the tips of my shoulder blades off the box. When I curl up, my elbows stay wide because I'm not yanking on my head. Okay, I'm cradling my head. And if anything, I'm tractioning it or pulling it back towards the front of the machine so that I get lots of space between the chin and chest and lots of length on the front body. Let's go for 6. Last 5. Inhale as you release. Last 4. When you release, you'll find that little space right between the low back, and then that space closes as you curl. Good, you guys. Last 3. Did I say that already? I think I did. Last 2. And on your next one, you're gonna hold. Lift and hold. Now, my hands are gonna release from the back of my skull, and they're gonna lift up towards the ceiling. I want you to still maintain that space between chin and chest. Now, my right hand and my left leg are gonna extend. So they're gonna reach long and bring them back. I'm gonna reach them long and I'm gonna bring them back. So we've got a dead bug going on right here, but it's only on one side. It's only my left leg and my right arm that are reaching. Okay, still got that ab curl. I'm engaged to those abdominals, but lots of length between the navel and the pubic bone. My right shin is parallel to the floor. Good, let's go for 4 because we got some holds. Last 3. Good, last 2. Inhale as you reach, exhale as you pull it up. Last one right here, you're gonna hold. Now my left leg is gonna draw little circles. This is gonna take lots of control through the pelvis from that core so that we don't rock and roll side to side. Stay stable. We're 4, 3, 2. Change the direction of your circle. Go the other way. Make them small. Make them small. They're the size of a golf ball or a tennis ball, maybe more like a tennis ball. For 4. Last 3. Last 2. On your next one, pull it back to start. Don't release that ab curl. If you can hold it, hold it. On your next one, you're gonna lengthen that left leg and right arm one more time, and you're gonna hold them long as you twist and reach your right hand towards your left ankle, and then lengthen it back out. So now I'm twisting my right ribs towards my left inner thigh, and I'm reaching for that ankle. Good, my right knee stays locked over my hip. Good, keep reaching for 6. Last 5. We got 4. Oh boy. Last 3. Last 2. And one more. Make it strong. And bring it all the way back. Give those knees a little hug. Take a big breath. And then bring yourself all the way up. All right, we're going to go into a side plank. My back is going to be to you on this one, but when we get to the other side, I'll see you. All right, so right forearm is going to be on the box. Again, don't mind the foot bar. I know it's a little distracting because it's right there in the middle of you today, but we're going to ignore it. Right forearm is going to come down onto the box, okay? You want to be in a position where my feet are stacked. My elbow is under my shoulder. Now, again, if it is too aggressive to have the feet stacked one on top of the other, stagger them, okay? Bring the left foot in front. All right, either way, find your best position. Left arm is going to come up towards the ceiling. From here, we're going to reach the left hand towards the left ankle. So it's a lift and back. My leg is just lifting and my arm is reaching for that leg as it lifts. Nothing is changing on the right side of my body. I'm staying lifted out of that right shoulder. My left leg is staying in parallel. Good, and I'm just lifting and lowering for 4. Last 3. Lots of abs today. Lots of focused abs, right? Always abs. 2. Good, last 1. On your next one, hold that side plank. Left hand is gonna sweep under the waist. Look at those fingers, and then bring it all the way back. Sweep the left palm under the right waistline, little twist, and bring it back. Good, you got 4. And back. Last 3. Try not to collapse. Add into that right shoulder. Last 2. And last 1. Bring it all the way back and bring your left palm down and come on up. Whew, okay, we're back to the machine, guys. Back onto that machine. So, enough fun with the box. Keep your spring on that one yellow spring. We're going to come into tricep push-ups on that bar. So if you're in that Allegro 2 where the bar is not locked, get it locked right now. So bring it back to that 3rd position and lock it into place. If you're still like me and you've got it locked, perfect. We're going to come into tricep push-ups on the foot bar. So for me, on my reformer, and because of my height, I can keep my feet or my toes on the carriage. Okay, if you are longer than me, which chances are you are, your feet can come to the platform. Okay, if you have an extended platform, great. If you're on an Allegro 2, your feet will reach that platform nicely. All right, right from here, my elbows are going to be close to my waistline, and they're going to stay pointing back. Okay, I've got all 10 fingers on the front side of the foot bar, shoulders over my wrists. From here, we're going to go for that tricep push-up, keeping the elbows close. So we're going to bend, bring your chest as close to the foot bar as you can, and then press it back up. Good. Make adjustments as you need to. Bend, elbows go straight back, and lift. Good. Nice. Focus, control. Now remember, a push-up is a moving plank. So that board of a body, you want to keep it nice and strong. Every time we inhale up, we lift up between those shoulder blades. Lift up out of that shoulder girdle. Let's go for 6. Right here. You got it. Whoo, last 5. Good. You've got 4. Last 3. Spiral those biceps forward as you bend those elbows. 2. Last 1. Now on your next one, it's going to be a halfway hold. So halfway, spiral those biceps forward, keep those elbows close. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, press it up. Ooh, and come all the way back down. I didn't want to press up. All right, you guys, we're going to move the box, okay? So come on off your reformer, come around. Whatever you need to do. If I was in class with you, I'd move your box for you. But, you know, here it's kind of do it ourselves, right? Okay, so we're bringing that box into the same position it was on the other side. For me, that's just in front of the foot bar, okay? And we're going to start with that arm movement, okay, right? Let's just make sure I'm not crazy. No, let's start with the side plank, okay? So facing the reformer, left forearm is going to come onto the box, okay? So we just worked those triceps. Those shoulders got it already. All right, so left elbow under the shoulder. My feet are stacked. If you'd rather have them staggered for more support, bring the right foot forward, okay? Right arm is up towards the ceiling. From here, right hand reaches for that right ankle and back. Good, it's a reach and back. Whew, nice control right here. Right leg stays parallel as I reach. My right palm is pretty much coming to my knee. And that's it. Good, let's go for 4. Last 3. Lot of support out of that left side. Last 2. Last 1 right here. Good, now that right arm, it's going to sweep under that left waistline. I'm going to look at my fingers. And I bring it all the way back. Good. It's a rotate and sweep. Good. Woo, stay lifted out of that shoulder. You got this. We got 4 more right here. 4. Last 3. Hang on to it. Don't let it go. Last 2. And let's go 1 more. Whew. And bring that right palm down and come on up. Whew. Okay, we're going to come into that ab work. All right, so go ahead and lie down on your back. Scoot your booty all the way close to the very edge of the box. Ignore that foot bar. You can use it as a little prop to lay down. Okay, lie down and scoot your butt even closer so that the tailbone is really at the edge of the box, okay? Now, right from here, I'm close to the outside edge of my box as well, so my leg doesn't hit the foot bar too much. Hands are gonna come behind the head, and we're gonna cradle the skull. Thumbs are long down the back of the neck, neutral spine, knees glued together and locked over the hip. From here, we're gonna inhale to prepare. Exhale as we curl. Inhale to release. Exhale and release. So my elbows stay wide. I'm looking at the ceiling. Okay, I want to keep that chin away from my chest. I've got nice lift of the shoulder blades, but my shoulders remain back, down and back. Okay, my ribs are closed. I don't flare through the rib cage when I release. Okay, keep that nice strong core. Let's go for 6. And then we'll start with that dead bug. Last 5. Good, you've got 4. Let's go for 3. Those knees over the hip, they help to maintain that neutral pelvis. Last 2. Now on your next one, you're gonna hold, okay? Ab curl, hold. Release the hands from the back of the skull, reach them up towards the ceiling. Now, my right leg and my left arm are gonna reach this time. So right leg, left arm reach, bicep stays in front of my ear on that arm reach. And then I bring it back to start. I lengthen and reach, bring it back to start. I'm maintaining that ab curl. Tips of the shoulder blades are off that box. Good, if at any point you need to reset, you do that. I'd rather you work with good form than to struggle and lose that connection. Okay, find that deep connection in the body. Take a break, rest if you need to, and get right back in there. We've got 4. Whew. Last 3. Good, you've got 2. On your next one is a hold. You're gonna reach and hold. My right leg is gonna draw little circles the size of a tennis ball. Okay, pick one direction. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Good, let's take that leg the other direction for that circle. Good, nice strong core. Pull that belly button a little tighter for 4, for 3. Last 2, we're gonna reset. On your next one, pull that leg in. Keep that ab curl, don't let it go. We're gonna reach the right leg and that left arm long one more time. And now my left hand is gonna reach for my right ankle as I twist through my left ribs. And then I bring it back. Keep the arm and the leg long. Okay, little reach. That right arm is just out there for a little extra moral support. Good, twisting through the left ribs. That's what I want you to focus on, that twist. You've got 6. Whew. Last 5. We got 4. Last 3. And 2. And last 1. And bring it all the way down. Whoo, boy. Come on up. Whew, reset. I'm sweaty. Wow, those are tough. The back-to-back tricep push-ups and the abs, that's a lot, right? Okay, we're going to get on, because now I just lost my train of thought. We're going to get on to that high kneeling windmill, okay? So rear facing still, both knees on the box, okay? We're going to take that strap off the rest, and my right hand is going to choke up on that strap. Right hand around that metal carabiner. Okay, I'm going to square off my shoulders towards the rear. My left arm is going to come in a low field goal, and that right arm is reaching long across the midline. Okay, from here, ground those shins into the box. Pull that belly button up and in. Keep sternum over pubic bone. We're going to twist to the right, lengthening out that left arm, and bring it back to start. Good. Find that grounding through the shins. Mine don't want to stay down there. Good. Rotate and twist. Lengthen that left arm all the way out. Pelvis is quiet. The twist is coming from the waistline. I'm going to adjust my stance a little bit. Good. There we go. Good. Don't be afraid to make adjustments, guys. Don't be afraid. If it doesn't feel right, chances are something's up. Okay, make a little adjustment. Scoot the box a little closer to the rear. Move the foot bar if you have to. You know, it's your class. It's your machine. You're in your own space. I can't see you. Good. Ask me questions. I'm happy to answer them. Good. You're here for 4. Last 3. Good. You've got 2. Exhaling through center. And your last 1. Whoops, actually, you know what? We got to take 1 more. Don't leave it yet. And your next one is a hold. I almost forgot. We're going to rotate and twist and hold. Hold and that twist and breathe. This is a good chance to really try to ground those shins. Draw that belly button up and in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it back to start. Whew, okay. We're going to come up off the box. Okay, and we're going to do that overhead reach. Okay, so the left knee is going to be on the box. That right foot's going to be out to the side. I am somewhere around the middle of my foot bar. Okay, the middle of my midline is lined up with the foot bar. Okay, my left knee on that box. I'm going to try to keep my sternum over pubic bone. My right foot's nice and flat. I've got my long loop. Okay, long loop on this one is a really good idea. Okay, left hand is on the hip, palm is facing forward. We're going to lengthen out of that right waistline to start on your inhale. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, bring it back. Good. Inhale, up and overhead. Long reach out of that waist. Fully extend through that elbow. I want you to find a spot with that box where you can find full extension. Because if you're here and then coming back, I don't want you there. That's way too aggressive. Okay, so I want you to slide that box closer to the rear if that's where you're at. Okay, inhale, up and over. It should feel tough. It should feel tough, but it shouldn't be impossible. Inhale, up and over. If you're on a blue, it might feel impossible. Extra light spring is really important here. Okay, let's go for 1 more after this one, and then we'll start to add that cross-body twist. So inhale, up and over. Exhale, back. Good. Now right here, let's go for that up and over. Okay, and now my palm is going to face the floor. Okay, and I'm going to go for that cross-body twist. Bring it back. My pelvis doesn't move. Palm faces forward. Inhale, up and overhead. Exhale, bring it back. Palm faces the floor. And I take it across the body for a twist. Fully lengthening that elbow. Palm faces forward, overhead reach. And bring it back. Palm faces the floor. Twist across the body. 4 more, just like that. You found that movement in your body. Inhale. Exhale back. Palm to the floor. Inhale as you twist across the body. Last 3. Good. Palm facing the floor. Last 2. I'm focusing on that breath in my own body. Inhale, up and over, because that length, that internal length really does help here to get a little deeper. We've got 1 more right here, palm facing forward. Inhale, up and over. Bring it back. Woo! Palm facing the floor. Take it across the body. And bring it all the way back. Woo! And release that arm. Okay, now we're going to come into that step up to the box. Okay, but we're going to start with the hinge. So for this one, short loop. Okay, short loop. And we're going to start with that reach or that shoulder glide. Okay, so feet are underneath the hips. My feet are nice and flat. I'm about 1.5 feet from the foot bar. Okay, I'm going to slightly soften those knees and find that little hinge. Tilting the torso, hinging at that C crease. Core is engaged, okay? Right arm is in a low field goal. Left hand is on the hip. From here, we're going to slide that right arm forward. I've got my short loop and bring it back. No twisting through the torso or that shoulder girdle. They stay nice and stable. Inhale, dart those fingers forward. Palm is facing down. Elbow brings it back. Good. Pull that belly button nice and tight as you glide that strap forward. Let's go for 4. Good. Last 3. We got 2. We're going to go for that bicep curl, or that isometric bicep curl as we step up to that flamingo. 2. And last one right here. And bring it all the way back. Whew, and come up out of that hinge. Let's make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Okay. I think we're looking good. All right. Right from here. That long loop in your hand. That right arm is going to take an isometric bicep curl. I have no tension on this strap right now. Okay. My left foot is going to come up to the very corner of the box. So that left corner closest to me. My outside of my foot is close to the edge. I want space so I can clear the foot bar. Right arm is in that 90-degree bend. Left hand is on the hip. Now remember, there's a ton of tension when we step up to this box. I want you to take your time and find the connection in the body. It's going to probably take me 1 or 2 to get there. Okay, so lift up to your toes, the right toes, so the heel is off the floor on that right foot. We're going to lift up to that step up, pull that right inside of the right foot to that left knee, and bring it all the way back down nice and slow. Lift it up. And bring it back down. This is proving to be my stronger side. Right here. Woo, I say that and I fall into the mirror. Good, you guys. Pull it up. Woo, and bring it down. It's going to want to twist you. Find that pause at the top and hold it. Okay, you are stable. You stabilize that machine. You control that machine. That machine does not control you. Good. Give yourself a chance to really find that connection in the body. Don't be afraid to wobble. You see me wobble? You see me. One of these days I'm going to fall off the machine. I just know it. Right in front of you. Good, you guys. Let's go for 4 more. Good. Last 3. Good. We got 2. Make sure those shoulders are not hiking up to those ears. And last one's going to be our strongest one yet. And bring it all the way back down. All right, release that. All right, let's see. We got that single arm movement. Okay, for this one, I'm going to be facing away from you. But we remember what we did on the other side. I will remind you. Okay, now if you're on that Allegro too, this is where you want to unlock the bar and slide it back a little bit, okay, so that you don't hit it. We're going to grab that strap, okay, in the left hand, and it's going to come over the foot bar, and I'm going to kneel as close to my springs and the edge of the carriage as I can. Knees are underneath my hips. I'm nice and tall, sternum over pubic bone, core is engaged. I'm going to start with that left short loop, okay, and we're going to come into that, my right hand has the loop, not my left hand. We've got that left arm across the body, right arm across the body, left hand on hip. Poof. Okay, right hand across the body. We're going to take that short loop and we're going to draw it up into a half T, and then we're going to release it back down. Good. We're going to draw it up. Okay, so we're prepping for some bigger movement out of that right arm. There, now we know it's the right arm and not the left arm. Good. Core is engaged. If you're hitting that bar, just make sure it's unlocked and you slide it back because we don't need it right now. Okay, we're going to be taking it into 5th position, at least 5th position if you're on an Allegro. If you're on my type of reformer and infinity bar, I will tell you which hole I'm going to put it on. Okay, let's go for 3 more. Good, last 2. Good, and last one, we're exhaling as we draw that elbow up. Now on this one right here, we're going to take that long loop around the palm, the right palm. I'm going to take that right elbow into a 90-degree bend at the waist, and it's got some freedom. I don't have it jamming in there for support. I've got it loose, okay? Now, right from here, we're going to come into that saloon door. So I'm going to swivel from the top of the shoulder. I'm going to inhale as I open up that door, exhale as I close. I like on this one that I can see this one because this one takes a ton of focus in my body to find the rotation from up here, from the top of that arm bone. Good. Try not to take the elbow out here to open up. You want to keep that elbow close to the body and really control like you're opening that door. Okay, saloon doors, right? We know how those open. That's what you want to envision in the body. Good. Core is tight to help that arm. Whoo, mine's getting really tired on the side already. Let's go for 4. You can see it, right? You can see me twist. Last 3. And last 2. Ooh, let's hope I can make one more out of it. And last 1. And bring it all the way in. Okay, find that release. We're going to bring that short loop around prayer palms. Short loop around those palms right at chest center. Okay? We're going to reach. Actually, no, I said long loop last time we hit the bar, right? So long loop. Okay, I've got prayer palms right at chest center. I'm going to hinge back with my hips. Okay, sits bones reach for my heels. I tilt my torso, and as I come up, my arms come long, and I rotate towards the front of the machine. Come back, bring those hands into prayer, hinge at the hips, or at that seat crease, bring it up, and with that long lever, we're going to find a rotation. It is challenging with that long lever to keep the pelvis quiet. If you need to bring those palms to chest center, okay, or to bent elbows to find that rotation, right here you'd find that rotation, that's fine. Okay, you do what works best in your body where you can find that control. Pelvis is quiet, it's not invited to move. The twist is happening from the waist. And up, reach those arms, rotate. Let's go for 4 more right here. We have a nice little arm segment, like we haven't had enough arms today, right? But we have a nice little arm pump coming up to end. Last 3. Let's go for 2. Inhale on that twist. It's going to give that spine some space to get deeper into that rotation. Last 1. And bring it all the way in, guys. Nice job. All right, hang up that strap nice and carefully. All right, now we're going to move that foot bar. All right, so I'm going to unlock my bar. Twist these little knobs. Now I'm moving mine to the 5th hole from the back. Okay, so right here. Okay, so 5th hole from the back is where I'm going to be. Okay, you might be a little further back with that bar. I'm 5 foot tall, so that's why I need it right here. I won't be able to reach the bar. Okay, so if you're a little taller and you want to move it further back, if you are on an Allegro 2, you're all the way back with that bar. Okay, we're going to change our springs to 1 blue spring. So if you had it on a blue this whole time, oh my goodness, but that's where we're at right now. Okay, knees are going to come up against the shoulder blocks. Okay, and we're going to start working through those arms with an underhand grip, okay? So a little bit more bicep focus. So we're going to take a narrow grip on that bar. My palms are touching, or the outside of my palms are touching. Okay, I'm going to hinge at the hips. So notice my sits bones are reaching for my heels just like I did on that arm movement we just came off of, right? I've got a tilt of the torso, my low back is flat, and my core is engaged. Shoulders are down and back. Right from here, we're going to engage through that bicep, keep the shoulders down, and we're going to draw the carriage in, and then we're going to release. Okay, we're going to bring the elbows into the waist, and then we're going to release. Good. So right from here, elbows come in really close. Elbows are not going wide. I hold that tight hinge. I've got a really strong core to help those arms. My hips don't move. That carriage only moves because my arms are pulling it in. My hips are stable. Let's go for 4. Last 3. Good, we got 2. Whew. And last 1. We're not done, not even close. All right, on this next one, we're going to go wide grip on that bar. Okay, so I've got my hands width of that squishy pad. Okay, same thing. My hips stay nice and stable. Exhale, bend the elbows, draw the carriage in. Inhale, take it out. You're going to feel more of that right and left waistline now. Shoulders stay down and back. My ribs are stacked over my pelvis. They stay there. Nice stable torso. I'm inhaling as I release. I'm exhaling as I bring it in. Let's go for 3 more. Good, last 2. And again, if one blue spring feels too aggressive and you want to take it back to that yellow, do that. If one blue spring feels too light and you want to take it up to a red, go for it. Good, let's go for 1 more. Okay, now on the next one, we're going to come to a normal grip right off the shoulder. Left hand is going to stay on the bar. Right hand is going to come behind the low back. Okay, right from here, this is going to want to twist you. You're not going to twist. You're going to keep that torso nice and stable, pelvis quiet, belly button in. Exhale, bend that left elbow. Inhale, release, just 4 times. We got 3 more. Good, pull elbow in. Good, last 2. I know it feels aggressive. That's why we're only going 4 times. Last 1. And bring it all the way back with control. Switch hands. Right hand to the bar, right off the shoulder. Left hand to the low back. Core is engaged. Okay, don't let that low back flare. Right from here, exhale. Bend that elbow in. Inhale, release. You may find one arm is stronger than the other. Last 3. Good, we got 2. Woo. Last 1. And slowly release. Now don't go anywhere. We're going to go overhand grip. So if you want to reset, come out of that hinge for a second. You can. Okay, and then we're going to find that hinge again. Narrow grip. Okay, so same sequence. We're starting with that narrow grip. Shoulders are down and back. Core is engaged. Ribs are closed. Okay, I want to make sure you're not here. Notice I'm flailing my low back that way. My ribs are open. No, we want to draw that tailbone down. Nice long spine. Belly button up and in. Ribs closed. Here we go. Shoulders are down. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release. Good. Elbows come close to the waist. Whew. After this sequence, we stretch. I have a couple more exercises I'm going to save for the next time we have the foot bar in this position. Some fun stuff. Good. So you guys let me know if you like working with the infinity bar in different positions, because I have a lot of fun with it when it's at this position in the back. Last 4. Good. You've got 3. Last 2. Good. And let's go 1 more. All right. Now right from here, we're going to go wide. Hands width of the squishy pad, still overhand grip. Okay, go ahead, reset that hinge if you need to. Okay, right from here, shoulders down and back, core is tight. Pull it in and release. Whoo, pull it in and release. We got 6. Notice that my elbows come down, my biceps spiral forward. 5. Good, you got 4 more. Good, last 3. We're going to go that single hand grip. Last 2. Woo, and 1 more. Okay, now don't go anywhere. We're starting with that left hand. Okay, we're going to take it back to a normal grip, right off the shoulder, still overhand though. Left hand stays on the bar, right hand behind the low back. Okay, we're going to pull just 4 times. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release. Last 3. I know it's aggressive. Don't let that weight twist you. Last 2. Good. And last 1. Whoo, slowly release and feel those triceps, right? Right hand Left hand behind that low back. Same thing, just 4 times. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, release. That elbow comes close to the waist. 3. Last 2. Whoo. And last 1. And slowly release. Whoo. And let go of that. Whoo, that hinge alone was a lot, right? Just take that 4-point position and kind of rock back and forth through those hips. Whoo. Kind of wiggle side to side. Release that low back. All right. We stretch. We stretch. So right here, you can keep those knees against the shoulder blocks if you want. Reach those arms forward. Take a nice child's pose. Ah, that feels so good through the triceps and that low back. Hold it right there. 2 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale, release. Good. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, release. Good. Come on up. Reach back and grab or change those springs back to 1 yellow if you have it, and take off that blue. All right. Now I'm going to start facing you. We're going to start with a mermaid stretch. So my right shin is going to come up against the shoulder block. Left leg is hooked in front. Okay. You want to kind of scoot yourself back to get back to that foot bar. Okay. So you want to get all the way back there. Grab that foot bar. Sit nice and tall. Left arm is going to come out into a T. Okay, and right from here, we're going to let that carriage drift towards the front as we reach that left arm up and over the ear. And then bring it all the way back to start. Good, 2 more like that. Let the left hip come towards the front of the reformer. Reach that left arm over the ear and bring it back. Whew. And last one. Good. All right, now keep holding onto that foot bar. We're going to rotate towards the rear. My legs are going to come onto the rail, or my heels are going to come onto the rail. So the outside of those shoulder blocks. Okay, right from here, we're going to come into saw. So we're going to start with the right hand, and I'm going to cross over my left. So now my right hand is over my left leg. Okay, right from here, I'm going to take that left arm. Let me think. Yeah, left arm up and out. And I'm going to let the carriage glide back as I reach and let myself stretch down towards that left leg. So I've got a big stretch happening in the right waistline. Good. I want to make sure we were going to be able to slide there with that foot bar, but we are. Good. Hold, hold, hold. Big stretch through the back side of that right arm, which feels great, and that right waistline, and the hips for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Good. Draw that all the way back up and in. Okay, we're going to go the other side. So right hand, take that left hand over the right. Now my left hand is over my right leg. Right arm is going to come up and out to the side. And the same thing, I'm going to let that carriage release back as I let that foot bar pull my left arm forward. And I come into that twist down towards my right leg. Big stretch all the way down the left side of the body. Hold that there for 4. Good. Last 3. Last 2. Good. Slowly bring it back up. Okay, we're going to come into mermaid on the other side. So if you want to hang on to that bar, if you can hang on to that bar as you get in that position, great. My left shin is going to come up against those shoulder blocks. Right leg is going to hook in front. Okay. Whew, nice tall spine. Lots of wiggling around today. Right arm is going to come up and out. Left hand is on that foot bar just in front of your shoulder. Okay, you don't want it to be behind you. Okay, right from here, I'm going to let my hips drift towards the front as I take that right arm up and over the ear. Big stretch down the right side of the body. That feels fantastic. And bring it back. Whew, 2 more like that. Inhale, up and over. Good. And last one. Let that bar pull you. All right. And last thing, we're going to come into a forward fold. So we're going to bring those feet between the shoulder blocks on the headrest. Okay. Hands are going to come onto that foot bar. Whew, right off the shoulder. And from here, same thing. You're going to let that carriage drift back Let those arms pull forward. Whew, big stretch right here. Hold that. Try to keep the back of the knees open. You can flex and point those toes. Every time you flex, you'll feel a deeper stretch that reaches up into the hamstring. Good. Hold it here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. And bring it all the way in, you guys. You can slowly release off to the side. Let go of that foot bar nice and carefully because you're going to spring all the way back to the front. Guys, you did it. Nice job. We stayed on time today, despite all my talking in the beginning of the class. But all those little things that I said right in the start, they're just going to help you flow through this a lot smoother, okay? If your machine looks exactly like mine, beautiful. You know, that was probably easier to navigate. If you're on Allegro too, also pretty easy to navigate, but on anything else, I know it might be a little bit of struggle. So if you have questions for me, please don't be afraid to leave them in the comments below the video. I check them every day. It may take me a couple days to write you back, but I always will. If you are not finding me there, or if you're not hearing back from me, you can always contact me on social media. Jess P Fit is my Instagram name and my Facebook name, so I'm really easy to find. Make sure you like this video if you liked it, and subscribe. I bring you new videos every week, so that just kind of helps me give you more content, okay? We do have live Zoom workouts now happening, so if you're interested in live classes once a week, they are happening every Friday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's where we're starting with that class. There may be more coming. Times may change, but at the moment, that is when the class is being offered. If you want more information about that, please send me a direct message on Instagram or leave a comment below the video. You can also email me at obsessed2blessed. It's the number 2, obsessed2blessed@gmail.com, and I will get back to you. But always leave a comment. I can get it that way too. And I think that's it, guys. If you enjoy moving the foot bar around, let me know, because I do, and I don't do it a lot. Because I know not everybody has this kind of foot bar. But if you do and you have an Allegro or an Infinity bar, let me know. I have some really fun, cool stuff we can do. And I will see you guys next time.